for the military for littering and just how much a special session would cost to hear same-sex marriage legislation.
Yeah, welcome back. Well, just some of the stories you'll find in today's edition of civilbeat.com. And joining us over Skype is Civil Beat reporter Chad Blair. Good morning, Chad.
Good morning, Jill. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning.
So we understand some state senators are proposing a lawsuit against the U.S. Navy for not cleaning up after themselves on Kaho'olawe, but, I mean, they're getting serious. What, $100 million in fines?
That's quite right. This came up at a Senate hearing yesterday. Senator Malama Solomon wants the state to sue the Navy for $100 million because she says they haven't finished the job of cleaning up all that ordnance on Kaho'olawe. As you know, they tested there for many decades, only stopped a couple of years ago. Actually, the Attorney General's office says there is, in fact, a basis for a lawsuit. But Governor Lingle chose not to pursue that option. We checked with Governor Abercrombie yesterday, and at this point, he says it's too premature to comment on whether the state would consider suing the Navy.
Another question, we're going to switch gears here a little bit. The call for a special session on same-sex marriage, many are making that call, but it could cost taxpayers for that special session. How much would it cost?
About $26,000 total. That would pay for the airfare and the per diem for our neighbor island legislators so they could fly over to Oahu. That's based on a 5-day session. Now, there's no guarantee it's going to happen, but as we all know, the governor and the legislature are talking about a gay marriage bill this fall. Remember, though, the last time we had a special session, it was 2007. That was so the Hawaii Super Ferry could operate without an environmental review. As it turned out, that was unconstitutional, and the Super Ferry shortly went out of business later. So not good news the last time around we had a special session.
Yeah, not a good use of money, but we'll see about that. Now, how about this? I know that Honolulu City Councilman talking about reopening the Haiku Stairs in Kaneohe, but sneaking by the security guard isn't going to be the only challenge, right?
That's right. Councilman Joy Minahan was looking at the idea of reopening the popular stairway. Unfortunately, he found out that the City Parks Department doesn't actually control it. It's under the supervision of the Board of Water Supply, and they are very strict about allowing people on their land. So it is illegal still to hike the Stairway to Heaven. Doesn't look like anytime soon that'll be changing.
And here's a story that we were reporting on this morning, getting a lot of people talking. Hawaii ranks among having the worst drivers out on our roads. What are we doing wrong?
Well, this is according to Allstate Insurance, and they are in the business of protecting people. There's a siren coming, by the way, speaking of car accidents. Just ignore that in the background. But Allstate says we rank 128th as the least safe driving towns or cities in the country, 128th. But Allstate wants us to take it in a good way and improve our driving skills to make sure our families and everybody else is safe. By the way, the #1 city, the safest for driving, Fort Collins, Colorado.
Fort Collins, Colorado. Well.
We can do better.
We can. All right, well, thanks a lot, Chad. And you can find the complete story we just discussed on civilbeat.com.